Good afternoon, seventh grade students. We're going to be going over today's lesson. How many of us finished doing our assignment? Okay, very good. Can someone give me the answer that you got by raising your hand? Yeah. 3%. You got 3%? Okay, that's one answer. So we were asked to convert 3/4 to 1%. Convert to 1%, 3/4, and I heard 3%. I'm writing all the available answers. 3%. Anyone else? Yes. 75%. And I'm going to stop here. So between the two, which one is correct? The bottom. If you got 75%, raise your hand. Awesome. All right, thank you. It is 75%, and we are converting from fraction. So we're dividing the bottom number, which is the denominator, by by the numerator. So 4 cannot go into 3. So therefore, we have to put a point and bring it up, straight up. Then we're adding a 0. Now it's 4 into 30. What is 4 into 30?
6.
That's close. 7. And then we multiply 7 times 4 is 28. And we're taking 30 take away 28 is 2. Very good. 4 cannot go into 2, so we are going to annex a 0 and bring it down. And now, instead of 2, we have 20. 4 into 20 is 5. And 5 times 4 is 20. And we subtract, and that gives you a terminating decimal. All right? But this is decimal. They're asking for percent. So how can we go from decimal to 1%? What do we need to do? Anyone?
Oh yeah, you have to how do you say it? Go 2 times.
2 times. Okay, so you're using the short method. So we go 2 units to the right when we multiply. The point is no longer here, it is here, so that is 75. And therefore we put the percent symbol. Sorry about the writing. So therefore, 3/4 is 75%. Very good. Now we are talking about probability. The mathematics involving probability is about the chance that something will happen. All right? And so we are going to explore some vocabulary. Words. One is probability, that is the chance that something will occur. Then we have another probability called experiment. Have you heard the term experiment before? Yes, okay. In science, it means something that you have a thesis, then an educated guess, and then it goes through a process where you have to observe to get to the results. But in math, when we talk about probability, we're talking about the chance that a situation will involve a chance. Like when you were getting dressed this morning, you had to make a decision of what to wear. What could help you to determine what do you wear today? What are some factors that help you to know what you're to dress like that day? Or let's use today. How do you know what to wear? Like maybe warmer clothes or less warmer clothes? Which one? You just wear anything any day?
Well, technically, yeah.
You have to choose. Okay, so some of you may listen to the weather, and so it may start out good, but then later on it may get cold. So therefore you have to make a choice, and we do make choices in the real world. So that is experiment. It's like a situation that you go through. That is called experiment. Then we have outcome. So if we have a situation that we're going through, then that will have an outcome. And another name for outcome in math is event. All right? We're talking about the result that will occur after the experiment. And then the next vocabulary is random. So after you do all of those experiments, then those are what we call random. All events or outcome have an equal chance. They have to have an equal chance of occurring. Another example would be if the rain falls, what is the chance of you slipping and falling? All of those situations we're dealing with probability. Now on this chart, let us look at this problem. It's a sledging trip. Who can read this for me? Yes, go ahead.
For a sledding trip, you randomly select one of the 4 hats shown.
Mm-hmm.
Complete the table to show the possible
Outcome.
outcome.
Okay, very good. So what do you notice in this outcome? I mean, in this picture, what do you notice?
I see 4 hats.
You see 4 hats, very good. So you identified 4 hats in the picture. Are they all the same color? All right, so they are different. And so that brings in the chance, which is probability. If you were to make a selection, what that selection would be. So from this chart that we are working with, and this you're doing in your math journal, were you able to write the problem down already? This problem in your journal?
Yeah.
Yes? All right, so let us examine, it says type selection outcome. On this chart, it is showing that the first outcome, like the first pick, would generate a green hat. So that would be a green hat, okay? And the next one is red, which is this hat. So what would be the probability? I see your hand. What would be the probability of getting a green hat? There are 4 hats. Am I correct?
Yes.
So what would be the probability of getting, what did I say, a green hat? What is the probability of getting a green hat?
1 out of 4.
1 out of 4, very good. So we write that in a ratio form? Yes. Not right now. We write that in a ratio form that compares the total number of hats by the selection. So probability, we write the probability of getting green. You said that it is 1 out of 4. Now, if we did not get a green hat, what would be the probability of not getting a green hat?
3 or 4.
All right, very good. So not green would be 3 out of 4.
Mr. Harvey,
Probability.
someone has to do it.
Thank you. And probability deals with a total of 1. Probability deals with a total of 1. And if you add 1/4 and 3/4, it will be equal to 1. All right, now that we have that, what is the ratio that we compares, what ratio that compares the number of blue, that's the number of blue hats, to the total hat? What would you say? the number of blue compared to the total, you gave me that answer is 1/4. Because there's only one hat. Alright? Next question. Can we describe a situation in which you would have a better chance of selecting a red hat? If I wanted more red hats, what would I have to do to get more red hats?
Make more.
Hmm?
Make more.
You gotta make more so that you have a better chance of getting a red hat. Very good. On our agenda today, we are working with the sledging trip. We did that. You are to write your response in your math journal. So what is the response here?
The response is the total number of hats.
So it says the total hats, and you're picking the blue. What is the response? Good. So that's what you should have in your notes. Go ahead and write that. And if you're done with that, then you're going to describe another situation where you would have more red hats. All right, now I see on here. Yeah, sign the phone.
What? So I asked you.
Oh, sorry. You're correct. After you, then it will. Where's that book? Over there. Okay, are we sure what we're to do now? We are writing the answers to number 1 and to number 2. Sign here and then put it over Okay, is everyone finished with that? Finish? Okay, good. How about you? Good. All right, so now we're gonna go to do some examples on page 371, and you're going to do the try it section, page 371, go to page 371, and we're gonna do the try it section. So for that, you will have 5 minutes. Page 371, try it section, 5 minutes. Yeah. Page 371, it will say try it. 371. So do the try it section. 371. Okay. And then so I'm putting it here so we can see. Those who are ESL, you can do page 372, try it. The ESL will do page 372, try it. And then after that, we will break into centers. You find it? Okay, so that's what you're doing. It says solve it on your page. Put this away. Alright, so you can work together, you can work together, you can work together. Yeah, this is what you're doing. Sorry, the bottom here. What do you see on the picture on page 371?
I see a goalie.
A goalie, yes. What do you think is happening?
Soccer, football game, yeah.
They're gonna play a game. So, do you think that probability would come up because they're gonna play a game?
No.
No? No probability about who's gonna win and who's gonna
Go
lose.
ahead. Yeah,
Excuse me, Claudia.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. So yes, there can be a probability showing, thank you. Yes, you? Yes? No, thank you. The probability is going to be the number of wins versus the number of losses. So who is going to win? What is the probability that this team, Team A, is going to win over Team B? That is probability.
I would say 1 out of 3.
1 out of 3. All right. So if you say 1 out of 3, then that means the total sample space, Stefan, the total is your sample space, and then the one that you select is your favorable outcome. And that is the formula for probability. That is the number of favorable outcome. For example, in our case here, this would be the favorable outcome. And this will be the total number of outcomes. So that is what probability is. Any question? Question? All right. When we deal with probability, we are also dealing with uncertainties. What is the opposite of uncertainty? Certainty, yes. When you are uncertain, you are not confident. So another word could be confident.
When you are uncertain about something and
Right.
you're not sure about something.
You're not sure, you're not confident. Very good. All right, good answer. So again, probability deals with carrying experiment deals with carrying out a situation that involves a change. Like a raffle, what is the chance of all those participants in the raffle? What is the chance of the person winning the raffle? So if we have 200 people and one person wins, then that would be a probability situation. Another would be rolling a die, that we call dice, it's a die. And so, what would be the sample space of a die? Let me draw a die. So this is a die. And on the die, this might be 2, this might be 4, this might be 3. What would be the sample space for the die? Like, how many events can we get out of that? So we have here 2. So we could have an event for 2. What else would we have? We could pick a 6. We could pick a 1. We could pick a 5. So what is the total that we could pick? Like 8? Like 9? No. So what is the total if you're dealing with a die? 6. So your sample space would be 6 for a die. So it would go at the bottom, and then the favorable outcome will be each of what you can get. Like you could get a 1, or you could get a 3, and that would be 1 out of 6. So at this time, we are going to be transitioned into centers, and so we're going to go to Imagine Math. On your iPad, open up your iPad to Imagine Math, and then we will have some students that I will call on for small groups. So let us go open up your iPad for Imagine Math at this time. Thank you.